Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Questionable riding. Our first questionable video. So my bike is due for its first service. It's supposed to get its first service done at 600 miles. The importance of the first oil change is because this is a new bike. So when you're riding it, it's the engine is basically breaking in and whatnot. So the metal shavings, everything's worn in and whatnot. So basically inside the engine, the oil, it's probably a lot of gunky stuff and nastiness that you don't want rolling around in the engine. But what we're gonna do is, if I can film this properly, you guys are gonna get an oil change video on a Z900, 2023 Z900. I did do an oil change on my first bike, which is the Ninja 400. So I know that the Kawasaki oil filter is right there. All right, so here's my spoils. You don't need all of this. All I need is so the tools that you're actually gonna need is 17 mil to get the drain plug off. You can do a combo wrench. I'm gonna use this ratchet. You're gonna need the Kawasaki filter. I'm sure you can find something that's like, I don't know, not like second hand, but third party, that's the word. You probably find a third party filter that'll work, but if you can, use Kawasaki stuff. This takes 10W40, which brings me to my next one. I need a filter. And then you need drain pan. You know, you don't want to catch it with your hands, obviously, unless you're that guy. I'm not doing it though, I'm not built that way. And then you need some rags. Got brake cleaner. Went and got some extra ones. Got that from AutoZone. And then a filter wrench in case I forget to tell you later. With the old oil, apparently AutoZone will dispose of the oil for you. So all you have to do is just put stuff in a container and then just give that to AutoZone. First things first. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil. Let me not put him in this. He ain't got nothing to do with this oil change. Damn. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Okay. Open this up, and this part's kind of important. Well, to me it is. When I am wrenching this stuff off, I like to try to remember what it feels like how much effort it took to take it off, so that way I remember how much effort it took to put it on. We start with the drain plug, because if we start with the oil filter, it's just gonna come shooting out the oil filter. You see that the washer actually stayed on there, so I'm gonna have to take a screwdriver and kind of wedge that out of there after I'm done, or after it's done draining. Ooh, it slowed down. I was a little worried, you know what I'm saying? This thing ain't that big. That's what she said. And this filter, you're actually able to get this from AutoZone. Oh, they ain't moving. Next up is the rubber filter wrench. But the problem right now is I can't get enough leverage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the drain plug back in there to stop the oil from leaking out, so that I can move the drain plug, or so I can move the, why I started leaking again. so I can move the oil pan out of the way so I can get more clearance to get the oil filter off. Damn, I'm gonna have to use the other filter. It's never as easy as it's supposed to be. There it is. If I get with the smaller one now. There it is. All right. Now we got the twisted action happening. Is it hand? Yep. It's hand loose. I'm just drop this in here because I have nowhere else to put it. I guess I could put it on a rag. I don't know. There it is. That'll work. And now we can unscrew the drain plug again. Make sure that the old engine oil is completely gone. I don't know if it'll pick it up. Yeah, but there's like this shiny kind of, like you can kind of see it seems kind of wavy. It has this kind of shiny consistency to it. That is the metal shavings and whatnot that I was talking about from a new motor in that break-in period, and that's why they want you to do. That's why our first service is so important. All right, just so you guys know that I'm not making it up, this is the engine oil capacity. So because we removed the filter and drained the oil, we're gonna need to fill it up to, we're gonna need to put 3.8 quarts in there. So there's a sight glass down here, and basically what we're gonna need to do is, with the motorcycle standing upright, we're gonna need to get the oil in between these two lines. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour it into this fill hole here. There's nothing special about it. You just dump the oil straight in there. Then I'm going to start it up, let it circulate all the oil, and then once it cools down a little bit, gonna check it again to make sure that it's all good. Once I'm done filling everything up, I'm gonna let it idle, make sure that there's no leaks. If there's leaks, it's gonna be either at the oil filter or at the drain plug. And if there's no leaks after an idle test, I'm gonna go out and ride it on the highway. Gonna check it at highway speeds, get the RPMs up, get that pressure in the engine high, just to make sure that there's no leaks. And if it's good, then it's good. But right now, we gotta close her up. What we're gonna do now is clean both surfaces off with a rag. Make sure it's a clean making surface, you know. I feel like I should. It's questionable riding. Would it be in bad taste if I said a question every video, like asked a question, you know? No, questionable riding is more so the fact that I don't know what the hell I'm doing, you know. So everything I do on this channel is pretty damn questionable. I don't know. I feel like I should start asking a question every video. Have you guys comment? It fits perfectly. See, if it was on there, if it was on there, you would have seen something like this, but you didn't. So that's how I knew it was on there. So got the new one on there. Hand tight at first because it wasn't hella hard to take off. I'm not gonna try hella hard to put it on. Actually, I should put the filter on there too, so I don't have to worry about any more dripping. A Kawasaki brand filter. Now what it tells you to do is to dunk a little bit of oil and put it around the rim, but because that old oil got metal shavings and stuff in there, I'm actually gonna do it with fresh oil. Normally I would do it with the old oil, but I don't know, that stuff's suspect. We don't want that. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to pour some of this oil, probably about halfway. I'm eyeballing it here, all right? None of these measurements are specific. I'm gonna pour a little bit of this in here, maybe halfway, and then I'll pour this in there, put my finger in there, twirl around the ring, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna twist it on there. What putting the oil on there does is ensures that it's a nice seal. That's also assuming that we torque it to the right specs, because we're eyeballing that as well. So, you know. All right, so everything's actually on there hand tight. What I'm gonna do with the filter, just because I have the wrench for it, I'm gonna try to tighten it up just a little bit. You don't want to be wrenching on this thing like crazy, because then it's gonna make it harder the next time, because what happens is the heat makes everything kind of kiss each other a little bit. They get real intimate, you know what I'm saying? So everything get all tight. You don't want everything all tight on here, because the next time you try to take this off, you don't get mad, you're gonna be throwing tools and all that. And, you know, I don't want to be responsible for none of that. So don't wrench on this too hard, but hard enough to where it's not gonna blow up or something. Ooh, I almost split that. To where it's not gonna blow up or something. Yeah. Hey, good mechanic, you know you gotta clap your hands together a little bit. Helps everything go by a little faster. All right, so oil filter should be tight enough. Then I'm gonna hit up the drain plug. Believe it or not, I can't twist this. I mean, I can't wrench on this too much harder. Got them strong fingers, boy. Let me tell you something. Yeah, I can't even turn that no more. Hell yeah, brother. That's what the clean oil looks like. So you know the other stuff was all nasty, because that stuff looks like amber. The other stuff looks like the stuff the alien be spitting on Alien vs Predator. I don't know if y'all gonna get that reference, but you know, yeah. It's gonna race for a second, but then it should chill out as it starts sucking in that oil. Also, if I don't have a lot of oil in here while I'm running around, as this dope light where it'll tell me like, yo, your oil pressure is busted, and then I'll just put in some more oil. So let's see if I broke it. No leaks so far, so I'm gonna say that's good. Of course, I'm gonna check it some more. I'm gonna rev it up a little bit. I'm gonna take it on the highway. I'm gonna do some other things to double check that I did a all right job buttoning it up. But yeah, that's it. Z900 first service. All right, till next time.